Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut. Usually here with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. He's out at the Christmas Cantry in Modesto. So if you're next to him, I'm a little off there with my little. It's a little bit harder when you don't have your co-host here to help you get lined up on that thing. Anyway, let's get right to the stuff, as it always is when he's not here. It's just the facts, just the facts. Everybody's anticipating what the Fed's going to do today. And what are they going to do today? They're going to come out and say whether they lowered or they didn't lower. It's not so much what they're doing today, because I've been watching the bond market this week, and it's been giving it back. We're at 4.16. That was as high as 4.20 earlier this morning. The 10-year rates are approved by 6 basis points. We were a little negative yesterday. Still, rates are amazing right now. I was just thinking about this before I came on, that I feels that this is 2026, I feel, is finally the year that we see stuff get better to where people will purchase more. We're not going to set any records because I heard somebody else saying that the mortgage industry still needed to purge another 80,000 people, and I could see that. Same with the real estate. I'm sorry, guys, but there's a lot of you guys don't need as many as there are. So it's maybe time to go do something else, or some of the people retire. It's up to you. All right, what do we have today? We have Mortgage Bankers Association released mortgage data for ending last week, 12/5, showing that overall applications volume increased by 4.8%. Applications to purchase were down 2.4% for the week, but are up 19% year over year. Refinances increased by 14.3% from the previous week and are now 88% higher than 1 year ago. Sounds like a lot, but it's not really a lot. Percentages, there's lies, damn lies, and then statistics, as Mark Twain said, and I totally believe that. Again, what we're really waiting on is the Fed decision at 2 p.m. Eastern, which will be 11 o'clock our time here in California. They're going to have the Fed statement, whether they cut rate, what they did, economic projections. And then at 2:30 Eastern, which will be 11:30 our time, Jerome Powell will talk and open up his mouth and move the markets. The question is it going to be good for us or bad for us? We won't know that until after it happens. It's really expecting that there's a 25 basis point going to be cut today. Powell is likely to talk tough about the future and discouraging that there's going to be any additional rate cut anytime soon. And that's what the market are bracing for. That's why the Dow's up 245 right now, which is pretty good. It was much lower earlier today, but it's doing all right. It's amazing how things are just brushing off, and they're going, this market is doing really well. Bond market, stock market. So they must know something that we don't know. The one thing that I do know is, and for myself, since I focus on veterans, and that's really what my focus is helping veterans get into homes, that VA loans surged this last year by 26.8%. More veterans have gotten into home ownership just because they're able to get the VA loan taken at a transaction, where before, sellers and agents thought it was a difficult loan, that they're better off taking a conventional. No, VA loan, I can close a VA loan in 8 days. I've done it. Prior to that, the fastest I'd done was 10 days. That's a purchase. It all relies on the appraiser, how fast they get that in, because they have the date from you order the appraisal. They have 10 days to get that back into you. So some of them get it in right away because they want to be paid right away. Other ones go, I have 10 days. I'll get it to you when I get it to you. And that's the way it's set up. And that's what I've seen this year, just more, especially in our area where in Tuolumne County, Calaveras County, where you can do the short form VA. More people know about it, to where they just say there's no active pests. You still do the regular pest report and the short form. And then we just need the short form. And then you guys can negotiate on your side what to do with everything else. What else? The Gen Z military borrowers are the biggest jump, the 73% jump in buying and refinancing. That's huge for VA. What else is there? Cash out refinances are up 26.5%. I don't know if you know this, but Powell terms ends at 2026. So that means he only has 3 more meetings. He's kind of a lame duck, kind of like when at the end, when the president doesn't get reelected. You're a lame duck. Nothing's going on. What's going the rest of this week? Tomorrow we have jobless claims, and we're going to see where that is. And we don't know. We just don't know. And I mean, it's pretty sad that that's really all the information today, that everything's focused on the Fed. What I say to do is don't focus on the Fed. Focus on doing what you need to do. When you get into contract, if you're happy with your rate, just lock it and move on, and don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. It has more chance to go up than go down. They always say you can't catch a falling knife. Well, you can. It'll just stick you in the foot. And that's really it. I mean, I didn't have much today without Mike being here. He already gave you the numbers yesterday that we're closing about 289 transactions in Stanislaus County for the month. We're still on that number, and that's not bad. But think about that: 289 for all of Stanislaus County a month. Say a third of those is cash, so that leaves you about, I don't know, I can't do the math today, but if it was 300, it was round up, that'd be a 200. So let's say 190 transactions that have loans on it on a monthly basis. How many loan officers are there in Stanislaus County? And that's the same thing. You got to look at Calaveras and Tuolumne. Do we really need all those? No, we do not. But I still think it's going to be a much better year going forward. I think rates are going to continue to stay down mainly because of the premium that went away. So rates are so much better now because the premium went away. And the premium was what was built in there for people to buy those loans during the period of time where rates were high. And it's a good time to refinance. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for today. I could keep going on and on and on about nothing, because that's what we do here. Anyway, we appreciate you guys. If you like what we do here, subscribe, follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, our YouTube channel. Follow me on YouTube at Ed Parcaut, and I'm Ed Parcaut everywhere. And again, if you need any help or have any questions, reach out at any time too. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye.